All right, guys, we just got out of Dick's Sporting Goods. We got our 3-packs here, Bowman Blaster Boxes. They had some more, but we're going to stick with 3. See if we can keep the lucky streak going here. We got a great 1, then we got a great 2. Why not a great 3? Let's do it. We're going to go middle pack here. For those of you who have not had the privilege of opening Bowman Blasters 2025, please go ahead, go find yourself a retailer, get one of these boxes. It is so much fun to open. I've opened Top Series 2. I was not too much a fan of that set so far. That being said, I didn't give it maybe as much effort as Bowman 2025, just because after getting a kind of a rough first pack, first value box, I just thought, hey, you know what? I had so much fun with Bowman. Let's just go back to it. And that's what we're doing here. So we got our 6 packs. Let's start doing it. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned in the other videos is that there are animated Bowman cards that you can find. They're super rare. Bryce Harper. They're super rare, and if you find one of them, it's like winning the lottery. Charlie Condon, all right, not mad at that. Cam Smith, Pina, Braylon Payne, first one of him, I believe. Ooh. So Willie Adams, I could be saying his last name incorrectly, but he's having a great run right now. So he's tearing it up. So what I'm going to do, I think, is just sleeve some of these as we're doing them. Get a close-up of them so you guys can see it. And something that we're chasing, I mean, obviously any numbered cards we're going to be excited for. If we get signatures, even better, right? There's one greatness loading there. But as I've said in the other videos, I just think these are really fun blasters to open, these value packs, because again, you ultimately are going to be getting something out of them, whether it's a parallel, it seems, or one of the greatness loading. You get prospect cards. You could get, like, for example, Bryce Harper. He's obviously been in the league for a while, but we were able to get one of him, right? So just the fact that you can get established players, and then hey, we'll take a Dylan Cruz, a little RC in the corner there. Pretty cool. The other thing with the value, the blaster boxes, I believe some of them will have a red RC right up there in the top left. And I think with Drew Thorpe, okay, rookie. But I believe Fanatics has some sort of a special where if you do somehow... Ooh, Slade Caldwell. Okay. We will happily take him. But I believe what it is you have an opportunity, like if that player has like Rookie of the Year or wins some sort of accolade, then Fanatics will give you like $100 for the card, and then they have some other sort of kind of specials, if you will, where if they achieve other accomplishments, then you can potentially get even more money for the card. So it is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever gotten one yet. I actually ran into a buddy of mine who did get one, so I had an opportunity to look at it, and that was pretty cool. Because essentially I thought, hey, you know, I've opened several of these. I haven't found one. So maybe it's just super uncommon. So keep an eye out for that too when you're opening these cards, just to see in the top left if you get that red RC. All right, we got Cole Reagans, Drew Thorpe, rookie again. But this one's a little different. All right, now this is another VIP, so very important prospects with Leo De Vries. Then we got Jesus Mate. I don't mind that, actually, one bit. We're pretty happy with that, believe it or not. Hey, another Freddie Freeman. Went to a Dodgers game versus Giants, and it was just so funny. But, like, every time Freddie Freeman went up to play, I mean, man, he just got so many cheers, and rightfully so. He's a great player. Another Jacob Wilson. Okay, our first Rookie of the Year here. We got Kevin Alcantara. All right, looks like the Cubs are a little damaged, though, actually, in that upper right corner, which is unfortunate. That's the first time actually yet I've had any card that has any sort of damage from opening these. So that is a bit of a bummer. We'll put that off to the side though. Nothing too crazy yet. But yeah, so hopefully if you guys have gotten this set, you've noticed that there's a number of different parallels, retractors, numbered opportunities. Hey, and speaking of numbered, there we go. Got our first one of the poll. This one up to 499. Like that nice blue background here with Jose Altuve. So probably said that wrong, but you know what? We will take that. 110 out of 499. And again, that's why I like opening this set. With some of the other kind of sets out there with the top series too, you might, if you got a blaster box, you might not get a numbered card, right? And normally when you open a set of cards, you want to feel, oh boy, here we go. Wow. We got another kind of rare scenario here. Now this one might have a little damage here. I think you guys might be able to see it, and that's unfortunate, but this is Dewal Joseph here. 23 out of 250. Boy, that's another card that has a little bit of damage, and of course it had to have been our numbered card, but you know, we'll still take it. But I think anytime you open a retail product, you want to be able to feel like you're pulling a card and you're having fun doing it with a nice number possibility and or an autograph. I haven't got an autograph yet. I know those are super uncommon in the blaster boxes, but it's still, you know, with some other sets out there and you get a value box or something, you just might not hit any of that stuff, and then you feel like you just wasted that money. And at least with this, you don't feel that way. You feel like you're going to get something out of it. One of my favorite players. Shout out Giants. And of course, as you can see in the background, Tigers. Jung-Hoo Lee is just awesome. Another James Wood, not upset at it. Cobb Hightower, again, not mad at it. Let's see. Boy, we got a number of rookies there. Roki, Adrian, Hurston, Waldron, all kind of back to back to back. So, yeah, I would say blaster box number one. A little bit disheartening with some of the damage cards. Again, that's the very first blaster box out of the several I've opened that had any sort of damage. But still, getting two parallel numbered sets is pretty dang fun. Two pretty numbered cards, I should say. All right, guys, pack number 2. Bowman, let's do it. I feel like anytime you get one pack that's got two sets of autographs, or not autographs, but numbered cards out of it, it's just such a cool feeling. Feel like you hit the lotto a little bit here. All right, Jacob Wilson, he's having a great season. What a stud. All right, let's go. So still nothing tremendous. Another Jesus Made, but this one, we got that reptilian parallel, which is really fun. Again, just nice knowing that, hey, anytime you open one of these, or it seems like anytime you open, you just get different theme cards, and that's always just fun. But if you've had any good pulls, feel free, leave them in the comments. Love to hear what you guys are getting. If anyone's had the opportunity to, Matt Chapman. If anyone's, another rookie rock star here with Thomas, can't even pronounce that, Sagesi. I'm going to go with that. St. Louis Cardinals, why not? But if anyone's had any great pulls, any number cards or autographs, or shoot, really anything, leave a comment. I'm curious to know what you guys have seen on your end. Ryan, some Dodger players. But I love hearing what you guys are getting, and if you guys are still finding it super fun opening these Bowman Blasters. All right, let's see what we got here. Thomas again, Randy, Will Smith, not the actor, right? Travis Bazana, another very important prospect. The other thing that you'll notice on these cards, and I haven't mentioned it in another video of mine, but what's kind of cool is if you get close, right? So not only will you see the rookie right there in the upper left, but then on the border, you see rookies, right? Which is kind of cool. And then if it's a veteran player, you'll see veteran right there on the side. And then for prospect, you'll see it right there. It will say prospects on it. So I just think that's pretty cool. Again, it's it's just a little detail that, Bowman does. You might miss it. So if you miss it, it's, bummer, but I wanted to point it out to you. Another Jackson Holiday, Mike Trout. Nothing of major note outside of those cool parallels or some of those cool numbered cards. And the other thing to note is if you guys go online and you're already trying to see what some of these are worth, you might not be able to see what they're actually worth. Part of that is because, oh my God, another one with what appears to be a little damage right there in the corner there with Kumar Rocker. Boy, that is frustrating. Huh. All right, well, that's definitely a bummer, seeing 2 for 2 on the Rookie of the Year. That is seriously unfortunate. Well, that's probably my first negative thing as of right now, is just that some of these, and I'm not sure why, but just right there in the corner, I think you can even see it. It's a little cracked up there, or a little lip up. So that, Dick's Sporting Goods, I don't know if it's just you or what, but I have not had this problem getting the cards from Target, so I don't know. Kind of weird there. Ooh, Bryce Harper. Slade Caldwell, Ken, number 72. By the way, this is not one of those cards that, on the bottom left that will say hey, this is out of 200 or, Nick York. Okay, of course he's here. All right. So I would say Blaster Box number 2, leaving us a little bit with some stuff to be desired. But hey, we got a couple number cards out of that very first box. Okay, perfect. So check this out, guys. This is the very first one that's got that red RC right there. So I just said earlier, I've never gotten one of these. Now this is River Ryan with the Dodgers. So that's super valuable. That's the first one that we've gotten. So I am going to sleeve that, and hopefully he crushes it. Hopefully he crushes it. We will see. But I'm happy with it because I haven't got one out of the many. So, all right. So that one right there shows you, for example, that, all right, that one blaster box, that one didn't have really much to note in terms of kind of big pulls or big cards, but fortunately we got number 3 here. We got number 3 here. So a quick summary of how we're doing, just really quick. We got that River Ryan red RC in the upper left corner. We got some rock stars. We got this Reptilian parallel with Jesus Mate, Not Mad. Greatness Loading, Jacob Wilson, will always take that. We got a DeWald Joseph, Seattle Mariners, up to 250. We got this one, Jose Altuve, 110 out of 499. Then we got a Drew Thorpe rookie there, Slade Caldwell, just because I like him. Another Reptilian parallel with Braylon Payne, and then Charlie Condon right there with another Greatness Loading. So we have some other ones. Some of the other Greatness Loading, but for the sake of the video, we're just going to keep moving along. All right, let's hope that this one doesn't have any damage. All right, we got our last 6 here, so let's do it. Let's do this thing. Might be my last time going to Dick's Sporting Goods, but I'll tell you, I was so surprised that they had cards, because I know it seems weird, but you feel like it's a sports store, so they got to have sports cards, and normally they don't. You have to order them online. Sebastian Walcott. But fortunately, I guess you could say unfortunately, because of some of the damage, but It's been really hard to find any in stock in the store. Otherwise, you have to order them online. And when you order them online, it takes forever to get these cards. Like, I think I looked at some which were the, I think it's an upcoming football set, and it's just going to take, I don't even know, it's going to take a long time for them to be able to ship it. Then I looked at Series 2 tops, and it's going to take a long time to get it. And by a long time, I mean weeks. Like, it's not like oh, I'm going to wait, 5 days or something for standard shipping and, hope it gets here. That's not what we're dealing with here. Oh, we already got another one of these. Adele Amador. We got him already. But why not run it back with a second? Connor Norby, all right. But yeah, like, that's the thing. If it takes that long, I mean, I'm just going to wait for retail, see, like, another store like Target. Maybe Target's got, better hope in terms of getting it sooner than later. Another Bryce Harper. Mason Wynn. Cooper Pratt. I do not have one of him, so I am going to go ahead, put him in a sleeve real quick. Another very important prospect. I like the very important prospect cards myself. I think they're just fun to look at. Luis Marana, Bishop Blitzen, another rookie. Huh. I feel like some of these, like, we're running it back. Like, there's just a number of, I don't want to say like duplicate per se. I mean, they technically are, but like where they're actually located to in the pack is just kind of interesting, because that was pretty sure 3 from the back. That is where we found it the last time, so I don't know what's going on there. All right. Dylan Cruz again. Happy. Rhett Lauder. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what's happened with this, guys, but all of these from Dick's Sporting Goods, I mean, they got this little damage here in the upper left corner, and that is just frustrating. That is a real bummer. I mean, fortunately, I have another Rhett Lauder, but hey, oh, look at that. So I guess we doubled up on Kevin again. And the funny thing is, if you didn't watch the Mega Box video, that's actually exactly what happened. We got 2 Kevins in the exact same pack. So I don't know if they did that on purpose or what's going on there, but if you're not also following some of these guys on social media, you can go ahead and do that. They got Instagram pages, and seeing some of these prospects and stuff play, and then some of these rookies, it's really fun just going on YouTube, watching the highlights. But yeah, I think it's a Colorado Rockies player that's been surging. I think his name is Cal Rayleigh, but he's just been crushing it with home runs. So seeing him just crush it is awesome. All right, we got Jack Caglione. Let's go with, all right, hey, okay. So we finally got a card that is not damaged. So quick comparison, this is Reptilian, that's Reptilian, right? This one, I believe, is just the more common one that you're going to find within the blaster boxes. This one, though, is that rarer refractor parallel. We got our first numbered prospect from blaster box number 3, 299. Someone to be on the lookout for, but that green Reptilian refractor is sick. I don't have one of these, right? And I think that's the other part of it. Bowman does such a good job with putting out different refractors, different parallels, that it makes it fun to hunt them, right? Because you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what they're going to look like outside of what you see online. And, you can look at photos online, but it just doesn't do it justice until you actually get it in your hands and you can obviously take a look at it. So, all right, we got 3 numbered cards here. Man, it's hard not to get more of these cards, guys. Like, I'm telling you, it's brutal, because you want to just keep pulling when you have good hit rates, right? They just keep you coming back for more. I'm not upset at it. All right, let's see. Connor Griffin, Mookie, and then Shohei. Why not, right? We got 2 Dodgers. Again, I don't know if they do that on purpose, right? But Dodger with Mookie and Shohei Ohtani. But I don't have many Shohei Ohtani cards in general. Granted, that is that is just a normal veteran card, but hey, we'll take a Shohei Ohtani. So let me know what you guys think in terms of how we did. Outside of those damaged cards, which unfortunately we can't do anything about, I don't know, again, if that's just a weird situation with Dick's Sporting Goods or if that is something that, I don't know, like it's just, I've never had that yet with any cards coming from Target. So I don't know, again, if it's just a Dick's Sporting Goods weird scenario, but let's just do a quick recap here. So again, just showing some of the parallels. We got the normal Reptilian right here with Braylon Payne. We got our first green Reptilian, it looks like, with Paulino Santana, numbered to 99. Happy with that. Gonagill, we got Cooper Pratt, Travis, we got Sebastian Walcott, River Ryan with the RC in the top left. He'll be exciting to look for. Another Snake parallel with Jesus Mate, Jacob Wilson, rookie. Couple parallels here with Dewal Joseph, Jose Altuve, Drew Thorpe, Slade Caldwell, Charlie Connon. So overall, guys, I think we didn't do terrible. Definitely not as good as the box before. And that was just a couple, right? So we had 3. So I guess it works where you have a great first box, a great second box, and, you know, a decent third. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, for sticking around, and keep tuning back in. We have other content we're definitely going to do. Might take a break from Bowman after this. I don't know yet. But again, don't miss out. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a like, subscribe. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.